Good evening from Ronel, the diner, and Chef Alicia. We're paying a visit to Lebanon this evening. Chef, you have some wonderful flavors there. But, coming back to South Africa, some Karoo lamb. Never go wrong with that.
Thank you very much, Ronel. Good evening to you as well, dear diner. Today what we are going to be doing is a rolled stuffed loin of lamb, but with Lebanese type spices. So we will be using ground cumin, ground coriander, a little bit of dried apricot, pistachio. We're going to be combining that in a beautiful medley of flavors, served with a garbanzo mash. Garbanzo?
Yes, please. What is that?
Chickpea for the normal tongue. Chickpea
Very Lebanese.
Will be folded through the mash itself, just a normal potato mash that you will be combining yourself, served with heirloom vegetables. Chicken farce itself, this will be our glue when we get to rolling our lamb. We've already combined our chicken breast, egg yolks, and then some fresh cream as well. Blitz that all together so you can get a nice creamy puree. If you have a look here now, you will see all those flavors are all blended together. So guys, we are now going to be taking our loin, flecking that open. Take your farce, the chicken farce itself, and the area next to where the thick part of the loin is, just drop your farce down. This is really so easy for entertaining. You can do this the previous evening. Make sure that your mise en place, your prep, is already ready in the fridge. And then the next day, just quickly pop this in the oven. So we're going to spread that out evenly.
Just a certain part, not that part?
Not that part, because you want to make sure that that flap is going to come over your loin. Turkish apricot time. Pistachio nuts now, shelled of course, just chopped roughly. Look at all those beautiful colors.
Oh, that's a pistachio. Apart from the flavor, it's always got those beautiful colors.
A little bit of garlic.
Never have a problem with garlic, and that is fresh garlic, Chef.
Most definitely. Yes. Just chopped up finely. Now we've got our ground coriander. Sprinkle that all over your farce.
The coriander is also a very, very popular spice in Lebanon.
Most definitely. Now we're going to be adding some crushed black pepper. And then we've got our salt flakes. The grand finale, we're going to be doing a little bit of lemon flavor. Remember what we said the other day? It just opens up all of the flavors. You need to have those volatile oils. So I'm just zesting it quickly here. And all of those flavors need to infuse beautifully. From here on, we're just going to roll this up. As you can see, perfectly measured.
Yes.
All right, there we go. Now comes your butcher's twine that you're just going to be using. So what you're going to be doing is you're starting with your primary lines of string. Starting from the outsides, working to the inside. From there on, you will do thinner lines. First going to go with the outsides. Let's just quickly secure them so that you can build up pressure. It's very important that you keep the pressure. There we go. We're moving towards the center now. Look at that. All nice and tight, eh?
Beautiful.
Now I'm going to go in between as well so that we can just finalize this. And Ronel, when we will be popping it into the oven, not a moderate oven, you need to hike it up a little bit. So we're going to start at about 205 degrees Celsius, people, so that you can just get a nice, beautiful brown color. Then we're going to take it down to slow roast. Now with slow roast, 160 degrees Celsius is absolutely ideal.
And then for how long does it stay in the oven?
Then that stays in the oven for approximately 35 to 40 minutes, depending on the size of your roll, of course. So we're just going to remove that part. Line me up.
Like that?
That's it, just like that. Thank you.
Oops.
Whoops. All right. You now need to massage your lamb a little bit. And you're just going to be greasing your pan, but also with exactly the same oil. Perfect. All right. Now from here, we're just going to do exactly the same spices that we had inside. Black pepper, there we go. And then right at the end, guys, some salt flakes. Salt itself, very important when you're working with any type of fat so that you can crispen it. Remember, the salt draws out the moisture. What remains is that crispy protein and lipid particle. And that's what gives you that beautiful outer crust and skin that you get with nice fatty meats. She goes
And
into
she's
the
ready
pan.
for the oven.
She's ready for the oven. Now this little one, you'll see,
Wow.
has already now crispened up beautifully. Look at all of that fat. She's just ready, and the salt flakes itself as well, nice and crisp there. We've roasted off a little bit of heirloom vegetables. The heirloom carrot, you know, the robot colors, the red and the orange and the whites. And then these ones we are pairing with the heirloom beetroots. Look how beautiful they
Oh,
came
they
out
are
there.
beautiful. You look at all these flavors, and we've got a very, very, very special Shiraz today.
Oh my
Look at
word.
this beautiful bottle of Saronsberg Shiraz. And those little stickers I didn't put on. It's all the awards this wine has won.
Well, now we're going to start carving, Renal. You're going to keep your primary line of string so that you've still got stability while you are carving. Then you're just going to cut the center string. This just eases,
Oh, so not all of it.
not all of it at once. You can always loosen that a little bit later on, but just so that you just have a little bit of a guide while you are carving, Renal. Look at that beautiful color.
That is beautiful.
And you've got the beautiful color of your white farce. Then you've got your pistachio nuts and you've got your apricots as well, while you've got the pink juices also flowing out of your lamb. So we've got the red wine that will just be reducing with a little bit of sugar. Then you add some beef stock to that or some lamb stock, and you reduce it until you get the classic coating the back of a spoon consistency. Renal, may I ask you if you can please do some garnish for us? I would like some thyme, flat leaf parsley, and a little bit of our Greek basil. The parsnip puree itself, as you will also find on the website, we have just taken the white carrot, parsnip itself, and we have just cooked that very, very gently until it becomes soft. Blitzed it up with a little bit of cream, some salt, and you're sorted. If you're going to be doing the drag, which all chefs do, just work with a certain angle, people. You're going to have a little bit of your puree left. If nobody's looking, lick the spoon. There we go. Next one, we have got our roasted carrot and cumin puree. Shaking this up a bit. Like we're saying, we are working now with plating skills. It's just a little bit of color that we are bringing to the plate, and you just need to have a ball. Now what we've already prepared is a garbanzo mash. You remember we were speaking about that earlier. Now the garbanzo itself, the chickpea, also quite Lebanese flavors. This will add a little bit of texture to the dish. Just take your potatoes, cook them gently. Then don't just use them and mash them like that. Try something different this time. Take a sieve, after you've now strained them out, work them through the sieve. Then you really get a nice dry potato. Add a knob of butter to that while your potato is still hot. Your garbanzos, seasoning, there you go. A quenelle itself has got sharp edges. So you're taking 2 spoons and you're going to be working your mash or your vegetable puree for that matter together like so. Look how beautiful that is. This simple pickled onion, just slow roasted for a little bit, starts coming alive on the plate. So we are now just going to play with our food. Beetroot, your heirloom beetroot itself, nice dark colors. I'm going to turn it around now, people, so that you can also see which interest it adds to the plate. A little bit of the lamb's lettuce here. Fat right to the top, and then you've got your farce that's at the bottom. Our red wine jus. Just a few sprigs here and there, strategically placed. Salt flakes, just to add a little bit of color as well to your plate.
Yes.
And remember the golden rule, always wipe your plate. There we go, folks. The rolled stuffed loin of lamb with pistachio, apricot, and garbanzo mash.
As they would say in Lebanese, kisak.